Hi guys, hope you're well. Marco Hare here. I'm going to be providing you with some Champions League thoughts, analysis and best bets throughout the season, starting this week with three potential plays from Tuesday's matches across Europe. We're going to start in Glasgow as Celtic host Real Madrid. The atmosphere here should be absolutely raucous. Celtic back in the group stage for the first time in 5 years, at home to the defending champions and fresh off beating Rangers, their big rivals, 4-0 here on Saturday too. So expect a special atmosphere come kick-off time, and that could level the playing field a little bit in Celtic's favour. Obviously Madrid are well accustomed to dealing with hostile atmospheres, but giants of the game have failed at Celtic in the past. I remember Barcelona and Milan both tumbling here when well fancied, and Madrid have had their issues in certain fixtures when well expected to win. They've failed to beat and lost at Sheriff, Shakhtar and CSKA Moscow since 2018, but I do expect them to be the too good for Celtic here, who will give Real Madrid a game. The way in which Ange Postecoglou's team play is very front foot, high energy, quick, incisive passing and high pressing too. So they'll have their opportunity to hurt a Real Madrid team who have looked anything but watertight domestically this season. If you look at their efforts against Espanyol, Celta and Almeria on the road in La Liga, they're giving up chances, conceding 12 shots per game, 7.75 shots in the box and 4 shots on target. On average, those are high figures and should encourage Celtic to at least get on the score sheet. But all 4 of Real Madrid's La Liga games have seen Real Madrid win and both teams score, and that's my preferred play here at plus 210 with Foxbet. It's banked in all 4 of Real Madrid's league games, as I've said, and when you've got the quality of Vinicius Jr. and Benzema leading the attack, you should in theory have the tools to outmaneuver and outgun a Celtic team who will be looking to make a mark on match day 1. We're going to move on to Spain. Sevilla take on Manchester City on Tuesday night. City dropped points on Saturday in the Premier League. It was quite a frustrating last half hour for the citizens who huffed and puffed, weren't quite clinical enough or capable of playing at a last pass or finish. Martinez made some smart saves in the Villa goal. The woodwork was hit, but Pep Guardiola admitted himself post-match that their precision wasn't quite right. But I expect them to be bang on it this time around on Tuesday night. Now going to the Ramon Sanchez Piguain is traditionally one of the most toughest places to play away in European football, but Sevilla have regressed, and I think that fear factor has diminished over the past 12 months I should say, and I've got a feeling their head coach Julen Lopetegui could be on his way sooner than later. Barcelona came here and trounced Sevilla 3-0 at the weekend. It really could have been 5 or 6. Sevilla now winless in 4 to start the season, 3 defeats, and they're giving up opportunities, which is very unlike Sevilla, who tend to be quite pragmatic and quite solid defensively. Of course, it's been well documented they lost their 2 key centre-backs in the summer. Koundé and Carlos were sold. Recruitment hasn't been as strong this summer, and they're also coming into this game without their centre-half Karim Rekic through injury, which means a makeshift centre-half partnership of Tanguy Nianzou and Nemanja Guedelli. So serious concerns for Sevilla at centre-half. I expect Man City to recover, but bearing in mind City play Tottenham in a big Premier League game this weekend, I don't expect them to go full throttle for the full 90 minutes. But Manchester City to lead at half-time and full-time is plus 105 at MGM Bet, and I like that price at a plus price. Finally, we're going to finish in Austria. Salzburg take on Milan. Really interesting game this. Salzburg losing 10 players throughout the summer tends to be the way for the Austrian champions, who are all about sort of recruitment and selling on players for profit. I still think they'll pack a decent punch in this match. It's a potential banana skin for Milan, first up away in Austria, fresh off a Milan derby as well. Quite an emotional and physical game at the weekend. So how are they going to be faring coming into this game when they're well favoured to pick up the points? I think Salzburg have plenty going forward with Sesko, Okafor, Fernando as well. More than enough to cause problems to this Milan team. They're coached by a Matthias Yassi who prefers to play pretty front foot offensive football, particularly at home. Their goal scoring record here in Austria is very, very strong. If you look at their Champions League return last season, very good at home in Austria. Even home and away matches against Bayern Munich, they caused plenty of problems, particularly in that first half hour before fading later on. I think it could be a similar case here. So I'd back Salzburg to get on the score sheet. I think Milan will score 2. Salzburg have kept just 1 clean sheet in 25 Champions League fixtures. 21 of those have featured both teams scoring, and that's a real runner, I believe. But we can just boost the odds a little bit more by backing over 2.5 goals at minus 130 with Caesars, with Bet Rivers and Unibet. That's a price and a play that I really do like here. Milan, who are quite strong at centre-half with Kalulu and Tomori, do get themselves a little bit sort of vulnerable and fragile to transitions and counter-attacks because their fullbacks, Calabria and Hernandez, love to push on. Their central midfielder can be a little bit exposed when possession is turned over, but going forward, Milan have so much firepower of their own. Rafael Leao, in the form of his life at the minute, Olivier Giroud making an impact. Charles de Ketelaere, a recent summer signing from Club Brugge, is very exciting. You've also got Junior Messias as well, who's stepped up since his move too. So Milan worthy favourites, but potential for an upset here. I think both teams score, but ultimately I think over 2.5 goals is the best bet at -130. So there are your three plays from Tuesday night. I'll recap them again. Real Madrid to win and both teams to score. That's +210 with Foxbet. I've got Manchester City half-time, full-time at +105 with MGM Bet. And we're going to round it off with over 2.5 goals at -130 with Caesars, Bet Rivers and Unibet when Salzburg take on AC Milan. Best of luck. Catch you soon.